Hi everyone, it's Rena from Extraordinary Home and Garden Choices, and welcome to another episode of From the Potting Table. So after a whole bunch of weeks with dried flowers on my potting table, it's finally cleaned out after I launched my really limited collection on Valentine's Day. I'm switching gears to what I'm probably going to spend a whole bunch of the next few weeks and months doing, which is growing cut flowers here in the Washington, D.C. area. So I thought I would take you along and show you what's happening on my seed growing station over here. And they've been going for a few weeks. It's just that my attention has been on the dried flowers. So here's what's going on. I thought I would show you. And just so you're probably wondering, it's still winter. It's a beautiful day here today. It's sunny, but it's still 37 degrees. So why on earth am I bothering with seedlings at this time when, the last frost date for me is around mid-April, but honestly, the last few years, it's more like Mother's Day, so early May. These plants that I have sown are actually going to be ready to go out 6 to 8 weeks before my last frost date. And those are what I wanted to talk a little bit about today. So what are cool season hardy annuals? They're essentially a set of plants that can tolerate the cool season, and in some cases they even need the cold stratification to really get established. And like I said, they can be planted 6 to 8 weeks before the last frost date, in which case for me, that's usually around Mother's Day. So I'm looking to get these into the soil around mid-March. So they were started, I'm looking here on my trays, I started these on the 29th of January. And as you can see, they all are growing differently. I use the soil blocking method, which are these little tiny blocks of soil that are made with a soil blocker. And I have had huge success with these the last couple of years. Essentially, these little blocks are ready to go out in the soil when it's about 3 to 5 inches tall. So these have a way to go, and they'll get hardened before I put them in the soil. But what I wanted to just share with you today is sort of it's a very, I'm sure, for someone who's just starting, just like I was a couple years ago. I've been a perennial gardener all my life, but the whole annuals and growing specialty cut flowers, the annuals was pretty daunting and intimidating for me when I first started. And it's all about really mastering your seasons. And so I just wanted to give you a sense for, here's one way that I've started my seeds. This is another one. I'll just take you through. Here's the second way that I have started seeds. These are sweet peas. It's my first year. I tried to do it last year, but I didn't really have quite the hang for it, but I'm super excited. So as you can see, these are not, you can start them in soil blocks, but I've chosen from trial and error. It's all about trial and error, you guys. I pre-sprouted the seeds here in a little bag, and once they were germinated, I've put them in these little cells, and essentially when they get these little snake heads, these are ready actually to go out in the cold. So I actually leave them for a few weeks on my covered porch. And I just wanted to show you, I started the seeds directly in these, and I've had zero luck, which is why I went with the pre-sprouting. Again, trial and error. You just got to do what works for you, and you'll never know until you start. And here's the other method that I am trying again, a new method this year. These are for, really the perennials most often, but take a really long time to get going. And I have started black-eyed Susans in this just to try. And I'll keep you posted of how that works. But my message today is, if you've been wanting to, grow a cut flower garden, just start.